The Nintendo Switch eShop is having a massive sale right now with over 2,000 games discounted, and honestly, I think this is the best eShop sale we've seen yet in 2024. So today, I'm going to be breaking down 20 of the absolute best deals you can't miss across the US, Canada, UK, EU, and Australia. Plus, we've got some winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards and also a copy of Metaphor later in this video. Also then, don't go anywhere, we've got a brand new giveaway to announce as well. Alright, you're gonna have to bear with me today with this video. I am sick right now, so I'm purely trying to just get through this, but we're starting with Persona 5 Strikers, and this one's the Warriors style spin on the Persona formula, and honestly, it is just incredibly well done. What I love is that it doesn't just go all out with the combat, it remembers what makes Persona special, so you'll still get that narrative heavy experience with a focus on exploration and dialogue before then diving into these arena style fights. Now story wise, the Phantom Thieves are back, this time on a summer road trip across Japan, and you're going to be taking down corruption as you go. It looks fantastic, the gameplay feels great, and as always, the writing and the soundtrack just absolute top tier. My full review is in the pinned comment below, but it's 70% off, matching the low price. Next up then is Unicorn Overlord with 35% off, a new low price. This one is a masterpiece from the masters at Vanillaware. I gave it a perfect 10 out of 10 in my review. You can find that linked in the pinned comment below. Now I don't hand out those scores lightly, but Unicorn Overlord absolutely earns it. It's this unique blend of tactical RPG elements with a strong focus on world exploration and narrative. A quick heads up though with this one, the combat plays out automatically, which it might put some off, but trust me, do not let that stop you. There's a deep layer of strategy there as you adjust your squad's tactics, movements, and also leverage the environment to your advantage. Also, the battlefields here are impressively large, and you'll need to think on your feet to succeed. For me, it's the best game of 2024 so far, and I don't think it's going to be beaten. Next is Dave the Diver, available with 30% off, matching its lowest price. Now to be honest, I wasn't instantly drawn in at first, but once I dove in, no pun intended, really ended up enjoying it. The game even features some unique crossover content with Dredge and Godzilla, though that is paid DLC. It's kind of a tricky one to describe as well because it's such a unique mix, an adventure RPG that blends deep sea diving by day with sushi restaurant management by night. It's kind of hard to compare to anything else, but that's part of what makes it so unique. Stunning audio visual presentation then is kind of the icing on the cake, and yeah, definitely worth checking out. And if you are curious, I'd recommend finding a more in-depth review to get the full picture. I believe SwitchUp covered this one, so maybe check them out. As always then, we've got two $10 eShop gift cards to give away in next week's video. To enter, all you need to do is drop a comment down below, and those winners, they're going to be announced in next Saturday's video. And look, if you are enjoying this video, do me a favour, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel a huge amount and it is seriously appreciated. Plus it's completely free for you, so really, what is there to lose? Also, I'm excited to announce that our Thursday under $10 deals videos will finally be returning this week. There is a ton of great stuff in this sale for me to dig into, so get notifications on the little bell below so you don't miss out. Darkest Dungeon 2 is a relatively recent release, and while it may not quite hit the same highs as the original, it's still absolutely worth your time. This entry offers a hardcore roguelike experience, but unlike the first game, which focused on continuous party management, here you'll be dying and trying over and over again. Basically expect to traverse a grim world, taking on turn-based battles and managing a squad of characters who suffer from various afflictions that's both mental and physical. The Switch version then looks fantastic, it runs smoothly too, and yeah, look, if you enjoyed the first game, this should definitely be on your radar, and it's currently 20% off, matching its lowest price. AI The SOMNIUM FILES is back on sale, and with 85% off, a new low price, it's an absolute steal. This game blends detective mystery with visual novel elements, all wrapped up in a sci-fi twist, creating this truly unique experience. Now the story centers around a murder investigation, where you must dive deep into the minds of suspects to uncover the truth and solve the case. It's this great mix of narrative and gameplay, making it a must-buy in my opinion. Then on the back of that, the sequel, AI The SOMNIUM FILES nirvanA Initiative. It's also on sale, 70% off at a new low price, and this continues the AI adventure, once again putting a strong emphasis on narrative and investigation. Now, just like the first, it borders on being a visual novel, so expect lots of story, And also with this one, a heads up, there are puzzles in the original game, but I did find with this second entry, it kind of can be a little bit more challenging, even sometimes a bit obscure, but that's really a minor issue in what is otherwise just this fantastic experience. The story then this time revolves around a bizarre case. Half a corpse basically was found 6 years ago. Now the missing half has turned up, but it's completely fresh and free from decay. Your mission? Solve this mystery. Just incredible game, highly recommended. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is another one I've reviewed on the channel. Check it out in the pinned comment below. It's also another one of the few 10 out of 10s I've given over the years on SwitchCorner. Another actual Vanillaware title. I definitely do like their releases. But the gameplay here, it blends narrative-driven exploration and it's presented in a side-scrolling format with these tactical battles. Now honestly, the combat is quite simple, so I wouldn't recommend it if that's your kind of primary focus. But the gameplay outside of that, absolutely incredible. Now with the tactical battles, presentation in those moments might not be for everyone, but I personally like it. It's kind of like this wireframing, but the highlight here is the story, just incredible. Weaving together themes of invasion and time travel. I won't spoil anything here, and if you watch my review, do not worry, it's spoiler free, but right now it's 75% off, matching its lowest price. Jesus Christ, I'm dying. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is here with a new low price, 50% off, and I was really happy to see this game get a Switch release. Many may not have crossed paths with it before, but it's a fantastic puzzle game from Capcom. Now you control the ghost of a recently deceased character trying to help those around them while also uncovering the mystery of your own death. It's unique, it's clever, and it comes from the creator of Ace Attorney, and there's actually a demo available on the eShop, so it's definitely an unusual experience, so I highly recommend maybe giving that a go first. But yeah, at this price, I think it's a steal. Return of the Obra Dinn then is a puzzle adventure game that's truly one of a kind. Now, as a heads up, if puzzles aren't your thing, this game's not for you. It's essentially just one giant logic puzzle, and it's framed as this insurance investigation. It's also then presented in a minimalistic color palette, which probably won't be for everyone either. Top of that, it's challenging. The premise though, in 1802, the merchant ship Obra Dinn, it set sail for the Orient with a load of trade goods, but it vanished then without a trace. Fast forward 5 years, and it mysteriously reappears. Now you play as an insurance investigator, and you're tasked with piecing together the ship's story and uncovering the truth behind its disappearance. Now personally, I love this game, it's as unique as they come. I will say, however, we've seen it a few dollars cheaper in the past, but it's actually been a year since its last sale, so I had to give it a mention today, and it's right now 33% off. At this point, I do want to give a heads up for those of you in the UK, EU and Australia. The sale unfortunately isn't quite as strong compared to the US and Canada right now. In fact, none of the remaining games featured are currently available in those regions, and I want to put that up front so I'm not wasting anyone's time. However, all of these deals end on the same day in the US and Canada, that's November the 1st. So I suspect this sale just hasn't gone live in your regions yet. So add them to your wish list because there are some absolute gems in here, and I'm hopeful you'll see them soon. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble is back on sale and now 35% off a new low price. In this one, you can play solo or join friends as you roll your way through up to 16-player online multiplayer or gather your crew for 4-player local co-op. Now what I love here is the new adventure mode where you'll team up with a gang to track down 7 mysterious artifacts. That's across 200 all new stages. And the customization options are great in here too, over 300 items to deck out your character and ball. Plus the new spin dash move adds a fresh twist, letting you sprint past rivals or find these kind of different shortcuts. It's one of those easy to pick up, difficult to master, that's kind of where the challenge begins. But yeah, find my review below. Disco Elysium is an absolute masterpiece, and I own it on pretty much every platform at this point: Switch, PS5, Xbox, PC. No matter where you play it though, it is a masterpiece. Again, I can't say that enough. The Switch port then does a good job despite the expected visual downgrade because they've kept the artistic vision intact here. So I will link my full review below, but just know with that video at launch, there were issues with long load screens. Now thankfully this has since been patched. Now as for the game itself, it is a narrative-driven RPG where you're sent to a town to investigate a murder, and the characters you meet, they're unlike anything else. Now your lead character, for example, is an alcoholic with a laundry list of personal issues, and the game weaves in then tabletop RPG mechanics, and it really creates an experience that's one of a kind. Then the game now has full voice acting as well, and it just completely elevates it. So yeah, don't miss out on what is a genius experience. Inscryption is easily one of my personal favourites. It's one I reviewed on the channel, find that link below. I want to keep this as spoiler free as possible because it's a game best experience without knowing too much. Now it starts off as a roguelike deck builder, but it evolves way beyond that as you do progress. Now right now it's 25% off, a new low price, and it is worth every single penny. The story kicks off with you waking up in an eerie cabin, trapped opposite a mysterious figure who has some very dark intentions. Now what's cool here though is that the cards you'll dealt, they can talk to you. And you're not just stuck at the table, you can actually get up and explore the cabin, which adds an escape room vibe to the gameplay. Now again, be careful about spoilers. This is one of those games you really want to go into fresh. But the aforementioned review, no spoilers at all in that one, you do want to get a better idea. My pickup of the week then is No Place for Bravery, a 2D action RPG that's rarely on sale. Now you'll explore a brutal world facing fast-paced, punishing combat filled with dodges, parries and counterattacks. And the story here follows Fawn, an ex-soldier searching for his long-lost daughter alongside his foster son. It's promising a dark, emotional journey about fatherhood and the consequences of our choices. I just love the look of the pixel art, honestly, and as always with this, it's not a recommendation as I'm yet to play it, rather maybe you want to join me for the ride, but it's rarely ever on sale and right now it's 35% off, matching the low price. I will circle back in the next week or two and kind of give you an idea of my initial thoughts as well, just because, you may want to pick it up too, so I can at least give you some sort of idea of if it's going to be worth adding to the library. Rogue Legacy 2 is an easy recommendation for fans of the original or anyone who enjoys roguelites with persistent upgrades. Now each run here gives you a new character and the ever-changing experience keeps things fresh as you build a kingdom to support your journey. The combat and the platforming are top-notch with standout boss battles, and the hand-drawn visuals are a stunning upgrade from the original. It is a gem that doesn't get enough attention in my opinion, and now at 45% off, matching its lowest price, it might be the perfect time to jump in because I promise you, you won't regret it. F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow Torch is back with a 60% discount matching its lowest price. Now this is a solid Metroidvania that I reviewed on the channel, check the link out below. In this world though, you play as a rabbit armed with a massive metal fist that has multiple functions like drills and just devastating attacks. Now you were also then once part of a resistance which has since disbanded, but when your friends go missing, you're called back into action. There's basically an evil force controlling the town and it's going to be up to you to figure out what is happening. The game, I think it looks decent on the Switch, and while there's some minor slowdown here and there, the tight platforming and satisfying combat I think makes it a great pick. Now then, let's announce the two winners for the two $10 eShop gift cards. They're going to Douglas and McRae. Congrats on the win both, email me for the code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. Plus, if you entered the Metaphor giveaway on Xbox, that is coming up here shortly, so do stick around. Destroy All the Humans is back with a new low price of 65% off, but full transparency, I wasn't all that impressed with the Switch port, but whilst it's got plenty of charm still and running around as an alien causing chaos is a blast, the open world flying segments really struggle with frame rate issues. I'd actually recommend checking out my full review first, that's linked below before you do spend your cash, but I wanted to shout it out because it is right now showing at the top of the charts due to this sale. That said though, look as well, on top of that, I had a lot of comments on that video saying people were waiting on a sale as well, so I guess here it is. You're going to be on a mission to Earth though, basically terrorizing the population, and yeah, it's definitely worth a look I guess if you've been holding off that discount. The Pedestrian is now 55% off a new low price, and if you're into puzzle games, this one's a must. I played it at launch and the concept is simple but brilliant. You're guiding a stickman through increasingly challenging levels by moving and connecting street and office signs. The backgrounds are gorgeous, filled with really nice detail, and the difficulty ramps up at a really nice pace, making it accessible for all players. If you haven't given it a look yet, it's definitely worth picking up, and I'll be featuring it in an upcoming best puzzle games list here on the channel because it absolutely deserves the spotlight. The Mummy Demastered is up next, and we've got a new low price here, 70% off, and this game is surprisingly incredible. It's a 16-bit inspired battle against the mummy and their undead army, packing elements of Metroidvania, meaning it's not a linear experience, so along the way you'll have branching paths, but you can also expect new weapons, upgrades, even magic. Now this one was developed by WayForward, a studio known for their excellent Shantae series, and this one's another win for them. The platforming, the gunplay, the boss encounters, They all hit the mark, and yeah, it's just a fantastic kind of throwback and surprise hit because, well, let's face it, no one ever expects movie games to be decent. Balatro is up next then with 15% off a new low price. Going to be reviewing this soon on the channel because I recently got into it and I am just hooked. In fact, I now own it on both Switch and my phone. It's described then as the poker roguelike. And yeah, Balatro blends deck building with poker mechanics where you'll play illegal poker hands uncovering powerful joker cards and you'll trigger some seriously crazy combos. The game offers tons of variety as you combine valid poker hands with unique cards to basically build these different powerful kind of synergies. But yeah, along the way you'll need to earn chips to beat tricky blinds, uncover hidden bonus hands, and make it to the final boss blind victory. It is addicting stuff, and if you like deck builders or roguelikes, definitely worth checking out. Our winner of the Xbox code for Metaphor then, it's going to F.I.S.T. Congrats on the win, email me for the code and I will get it across to you. I already have it waiting. If it is not claimed this week, I will be redrawing the winner next Saturday. Persona 5 Royal is our final game of the week, now 60% off, a new low price. It is widely regarded as one of the best JRPGs ever made, and if you are a fan of the genre, an absolute must play. The port to Switch is excellent, and with over 100 hours of gameplay, it's fantastic value for money, even with a slight resolution drop. The game's style here is just immediately stunning. It blends an exploration, dungeon crawling, and tons of dialogue with a massive cast. And the story, it has you transferring to a new school after an incident, but yes, soon you're drawn into this mysterious realm where you assume the role of a phantom thief. Your mission? To rescue others from a warped reality and take down evil individuals in their palaces. The Royal Edition adds new characters, missions, endings, and items. And yeah, I've got my full review in the pinned comment below, alongside actually a Persona ranking video. Check those out too. And that is the video down. What will you be adding to the library this week? Let me know in the comments. Thank you as well for putting up with me sick. I'm sure this was definitely difficult to get through, I'll put it that way. But look, a shout out then to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. And then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers all.